And in this attack, the affected party was the US federal state government, US federal government, that is not only like state governments of the US, but the US Treasury, US Nuclear Security, US NSA, that's National Security Advisor. So all these offices had their cyber security systems that they had. The attackers were able to access sensitive information regarding all the departments. Also, the other parties which were affected were as follows. So first is the US federal government. So there are various offices which were affected. The other affected parties were those who were collaborating with the US. So for example, NATO, that is the military organization. And then we had the UK, then we had the European Union, and Microsoft. So this is the list of people who have been affected by the SolarWinds attack. And the attacker basically was who suspected. It's not confirmed that they are the attackers, but almost it's like that. The attacker is said to be Cozy Bear. Cozy Bear is a like hacking group, and it is sponsored by the Russian government. What was the objective of their attack? So the objective of their attack was basically to perform cyber espionage. Objective was cyber espionage. So espionage means basically that we have spies who try to access sensitive information regarding governments, etc. For example, we have Ajit Doval, right? So he has gone to Pakistan and he had spent there for 14 years and so on. But basically, the function which we performed there was espionage. When we perform espionage with respect to cyber related systems, it's known as cyber espionage. So what this group tried to do was to access sensitive information regarding the US federal government. And since these organizations were related to the US federal government, even they got affected by that. So this is the objective. And the date. So the date, according to the sources, the attack might have started in March 2020. What happened was that it started in March 2020, but nobody was able to detect this attack till December 2020. So this means that the attackers had about like March to December, so many months, like 8 to 9 months. They could access the data related to all these organizations. So it was a very long attack. So it was a long attack. And one more thing is to be said is that for them to do the attack, they had already started the analysis of the systems. That is, what are the vulnerabilities in the systems of these organizations. So they have to find those vulnerabilities. So for that they have to analyze what are the systems they are using. So that had they started in 2019. So since 2019 the attacker attackers have been scanning the systems regularly to find what are the weaknesses in their systems, how to exploit the systems. They have been doing that from 2019. After finding several security flaws, they started step-by-step process to gain access to the security systems of these organizations. So now let us come to what is a supply chain attack. Before that, I would like to give a background. So, SolarWinds. So the SolarWinds is basically a company. It's a Texas-based company which used to do network monitoring software to the US government. So it gave network monitoring software. And the name of the software was Orion. So what happened was that this company, they did not have too much of security in place. So they should have had a chief cyber security officer. They did not have that. And I said all the weaknesses. Yeah. So SolarWinds, a Texas-based provider of network monitoring software, had several security shortcomings prior to the attack. SolarWinds did not employ a chief information security officer or a senior director of cyber security. So there were no proper officials to look after the cyber security. Then cyber criminals had been selling access. So what is the thing is, long before itself, they were able to access the systems and they had been selling the access to other people. So these attackers, they had already had the access to this product. And they have been selling access to this software. And another problem was that whenever this software was being sold to customers, the company told that you have to disable updates and you have to disable the firewall because it will not allow the proper functioning of the software. So they are told to disable the firewall. So this is one more shortcoming in the security. And in November 2019, a security researcher had warned that their FTP server, that is file transfer protocol, this server was not secure. So what happened was that hackers can simply load malware to the server. So these were the problems that were there in SolarWinds. So now coming to what is a supply chain attack. So coming to what is a supply chain. So in a supply chain, we have several components. So we have raw materials. Next we have supplier. So this is general supply chain. Supplier. Then we have the manufacturer. Next we have the distributor. Next we have the customer and the consumer. So this is the normal supply chain across all the industries. So now, coming to the supply chain attack in here. So it was not just regarding the SolarWinds. So the attackers, they used several shortcomings. It was not just SolarWinds, but it was also Microsoft products which they utilized to gain access. So first thing was, so distributor. So in the supply chain, first what attackers did was, there was a reseller of Microsoft Cloud Services. So what happened was that this product was not proper. It was sold. So here, first attackers tried to utilize this one. So what happens in the supply chain attack is that attackers try to target that part which has weakest cyber security. So when they analyze the cyber security of all these components, they found that the distribution part was the weakest. Where was the weakest means? The reseller of Microsoft Cloud was not proper. The product which was sold was compromised. So this part was compromised. They were able to exploit the weaknesses here. And in case of the SolarWinds, what happened was that we have the manufacturer. So manufacturer means here, SolarWinds is manufacturing Orion product. So they tried to compromise So how did they compromise? They had Microsoft 365, Office 365. So they used that account which was not secure and they were able to gain access. What happened was that when they gained access, they modified updates. So this already software is there. So what happened was that they periodically release updates. So what happened was that they modified these updates. How did they modify it? They are going to plant what is known as remote access tool. So they planted this software in the update. So whenever the customers did the update, the attackers would plant the remote access tool to the customer system. So once again, this was compromised. So 3 stages, and not only Microsoft can run products, they also exploited what is known as VMware. So there were also problems in VMware. Vulnerabilities in VMware access and identity managers allowed existing network intruders to pivot and gain persistence. So what happened was that this is another product, VMware. So VMware is popularly used with Microsoft for virtual machines. So what they did was that VMware, with this VMware virtual machine, they installed another software which is known as SolarWorks. This is another SunBurst. So this is another malware which the attackers placed in VMware, and this VMware was used with Microsoft. So there were several such shortcomings which the attackers used thoroughly to gain access to the systems. So now coming to the effects of this attack. So there are so many organizations which were affected by this, and they have given the list. For example, in the executive branch of the government, US government, Department of Agriculture, Department of Commerce, Department of Defense, Energy, Health and Human Services, Homeland Security, Justice, Labor, State. So many organizations had their data compromised. That means that, for example, if security, defense related stuff, Russia can now analyze what US is doing related to the security, what purchases they are making, what products they are building, and how many personnel are there, and maybe they can try to mess with the personnel because of their personal data. And even Microsoft, because they have no access to Microsoft products, they can again affect a lot of customers in a Microsoft company. And not only that, in private sector also many systems were affected. For example, Cisco and Nvidia, then VMware, Minecraft, FireEye, all these private companies were also compromised. And now coming to the responses. So what happened after this? So what happened after this was that they realized that we have to strengthen our defenses and we have to somehow stop the attack from further away. So what happened was that there's a company known as FireEye, and FireEye is one of the companies which were affected by the attack. So what this FireEye company did was that it published countermeasures against the red team tools. So red team tools includes all these tools which were used by the attackers to perform this attack. So what happened was that it published countermeasures to tackle these software. And what Microsoft did was that this SunBurst software was added to the list of malware database. So there's a database which includes the list of malware, so which is present so that companies can collaborate and build an antivirus software against these products. So it was added to the Microsoft malware database, and they announced that it would be detected and quarantined. So what they told us that the server's software would be isolated and destroyed. And then GoDaddy company announced like that it would hand over a system to Microsoft. So GoDaddy company gave Microsoft a command and control domain. So what happens is that GoDaddy is specialized in selling domains to companies. That is, for example, msrit.edu. That's one domain. So like this, it is giving domains to various organizations. But now what GoDaddy did was it gave security domain to Microsoft. So what the domain did was that it used a kill switch. It used a kill switch in the server's malware. So kill switch means basically to destroy the software and to discover which SolarWinds customers are infected. So we don't even know that how many customers are still affected. Still the investigations are going on to find out what is the actual effect of this attack. And still the investigations are going on to find out like how exactly they had like they were able to access all these products. And several CEOs of utility companies, they came together and they discussed the risks posed to the security power grid. So the effect of this attack was so much that we can literally like disable the electricity across USA, like can make it blackout. And but they were able to prevent that. But still there was an attack related to oil pipelines. They could stop that. So they launched a ransomware attack and they took so much of money. Because they can say that we will not allow you to give oil until you give us this much of money. So that had also happened. And SolarWinds investors, they basically launched a court case against SolarWinds company because of their security shortcomings. And the government, of course, they launched several judiciary committees to launch investigations into to determine the causes of the attack and take remedial measures to prevent them from happening again in the future. So the prime point is that SolarWinds attack basically underlined the need for responsibility. Responsibility, for example, it had like Orion software. They have not disabled the firewall. They had a security officer in place. Then the Microsoft company, they have given open source access to the products. What happens in open source products is that there is known as security audit. So security audit would have shown what are the problems in the software. So several people told that we should take the responsibility of performing the updates, patching security flaws, and make the products as much as open source as possible so that security flaws can be found out and they can be removed. Thank you.